We have an American development program. We really wanted to support our American athletes. We have a lot of athletes that were coming in to run our event, and it's hard for people to connect when we have a lot of Ethiopians and a lot of other athletes, and it certainly isn't to not support those athletes because we do, but they're winning all the prize money. We wanted to support our athletes too. Clara Santucci actually lives in West Virginia, very close to Pittsburgh, and has become a friend of our event. And she comes sometimes on training Saturdays and will just come and run with everyone in our training club. So it was really just a way for us to support our athletes. The athletes will plug in with us all year round, and they do pen pal programs with some of these schools that I had mentioned within the city of Pittsburgh. And they build great relationships, and then what happens is at the events, these kids will come out to see who they've been writing to, and they'll bring their families and they'll bring other of their friends. So the idea is, let's talk about running, let's get people to know what running's all about. And some of these athletes really struggle to survive as well. They don't make a lot of money doing what they do. So again, it's our way of promoting the sport and getting some of these runners to really understand that they're supported by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh loves them. And as I mentioned, the Steel City Road Runners Club was formed. We wanted it to be the runner's voice. It's the sponsorship of the event. They become our advocates. And I was joking earlier too with Bob that sometimes they not only are the advocates, but they can also be your worst enemy. So when you know, I think there's a little bit of entitlement because they are so close to us, and we do provide them with lots of information, sometimes insider information, because we want them to want to be part of our event and to trust us. So they're always the first ones to let you know when they're not happy about something that you've done. But we are headed into some challenging times with the Pittsburgh Marathon. We have a great deal of construction happening in the city. One of the great things about our race is we cross 5 bridges. Over the next 5 years, all 5 of them are going to go under construction. Not at the same time, but I do just know the way construction works in most cities is that there will be some overlap and probably not being on the timelines they're supposed to be. So I do anticipate some issues, and so our runner advocates, our Steel City Road Runners, are going to support us no matter what we do, and letting them know what our challenges are is going to help us in the running community, letting people know, hey, no, they didn't purposely cut that bridge out. It's, you know, they can't do it, or they had to cut out something in order to make this work. So, and then they also help train our runners for the races that we have upcoming. We've been building community relationships. I talked a little bit about the bands and the cheer-a-thoners. We do matching neighborhood grants. We run through 13 different neighborhoods. They're very unique, and they do the most amazing things. We meet with them year-round. We just want to find out, how can you plug into the marathon? What can we do to help you make this happen? They create festivals. One of the neighborhoods brings out this big dance troupe and band that's really well known in that area. And it's just been an amazing thing to see, because there's a lot of pride that goes into Pittsburgh, and we're giving them an opportunity. We're saying to them, showcase your neighborhood. Don't be mad at us, because we're going to come anyway. We've got the permits, and we want to make it work for you. So how can we help you promote your neighborhood? And we do. We talk about those 13 neighborhoods all year round, and we talk about what they do. And if they're running through Bloomfield, and in June there's a Little Italy festival, you better believe it, we're emailing all of our participants about these great things that are happening in Bloomfield, so that we can build that relationship with those communities and they feel connected to us and us to them. Because we do take their streets for a day, but it's one day, and what we can do for them just for that one day that we're there is probably a lot more in dollars and cents than they probably do for themselves. So it's what we've done with them has been great, and we do appreciate everything they do for us. We also have a favorite neighborhood award. One of the most blighted areas of Pittsburgh has won 2 years in a row, because there's so much community pride in that area. It's one of the highest crime rates in Pittsburgh, but that's the point. People don't go to Homewood in Pittsburgh on a normal basis because they're afraid. When you send 30,000 people through a neighborhood and everybody's welcoming and everybody's giving them water and cheering them on and doing these amazing things for them, all of a sudden they're like, wait a minute, isn't Homewood the worst neighborhood in Pittsburgh? And it might be at night, but in the day, and these people are so grateful, and they've won the last 2 years because of what they've done and the way they celebrate their community. So we haven't done it, they've done it. They've stepped up to the plate, they've embraced what we're doing and have done some amazing things. We also partner with some companies. There's a company called G-Tech. We revitalized a baseball field in Homewood. Again, wanting to partner, saying we want the course to be better every year. We don't want them to see us as taking things away from them. We want them to see us adding to it. So this year we did a baseball field. In previous years, we've planted sunflower seeds on vacant lots along the course. One year they did like a trash art installation. So they took pieces of trash and built this really cool art, and then they installed it race weekend so that when the runners ran by, they could see this really cool art installation. So a lot of things that we do along the neighborhood to, again, give back. We always want to give back. And we use compostable cups. I don't know if it's expensive, but it was something that was part of our mission, something that we really wanted to do. So we use compostable cups, and we collect all the compostable cups, and then we send them to a farm in Beaver County where they're then turned basically into mulch, and then plants grow in it. So we're pretty proud of that as well. So we've been working year after year to have zero waste in Pittsburgh. We have a gold certification, but I think we just found out they're taking it away from us, not because we're not a gold certified, but because that certification, they're taking it away. They're not doing certifications anymore, so we will not have that.